Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. This is Tanush. So, I made video on the transit of Jupiter to the sign of Gemini, and somehow I missed Sagittarius ascendant, and I didn't realize that. So, today I was just looking at the comments and I saw the comments from viewers that I missed on Sagittarius ascendant. So, I'm really sorry for that. So, here we go, Sagittarius ascendant, guys. It's going to be a very good one for you, right? So now you can refer to the introduction part of my video which I made for all the ascendants. You will get the gist of what Jupiter in the sign of Gemini represents, right? So it's going to amplify the characteristics or whatever the sign of Gemini represents in general, communicating with people, communicating with large masses. So it's going to be a good one for people who are in social media, who are YouTubers, who are into communication even at their workplace. So you can be in IT industry, you can be in any industry, right? It's going to be a good one, right? So it's going to enhance your communication, it's going to give you new opportunities, you'll do very well, connect with different kind of people, and especially your communication is going to be filled with wisdom, and it will be very intelligent during this period. Intelligent communication, right? So now for Sagittarius ascendant, Jupiter becomes one of the most important planet because it is the lord of your lagna, the lord of your first house and the lord of your fourth house, right? So two most important houses and two Kendra houses. So it's obviously one of the best planet for you, the most important planet, right? Most important planet for you. And as it is, Sagittarius people are quite optimistic because it's ruled by Jupiter. Obviously, they are quite optimistic in their outlook, very intelligent. They are filled with wisdom, etc. Right? So now, if you are going through Mercury Mahadasha, then this transit is going to be extremely important. So it's important for everyone, but especially people who are going through Jupiter Mahadasha or Mercury Mahadasha or Mercury Antardasha, right? It's going to be a very, very significant transit for you. Now, Jupiter being the lord of your lagna, the lord of your first house and fourth house, would be transiting to your seventh house, because your seventh house is house of Gemini, and this is going to happen on 15th of May. So it's almost like after 3 days, right? So excellent transit because it's getting into a Kendra house. Seventh house is also one of the very important house, and from there it's going to aspect three very, very important houses. First is your 11th house, your lagna, and the third house. So when Jupiter comes to 7th house, things related to marriage, partnership, things related to relationship, business partnership, business contract, new initiatives. So all these things will come to forefront. And if you are not married and if you had planned to get married, this would be an ideal time. Obviously your Mahadasha has to support that, but it's going to be a very, very good period on that front, right? If you are into some sort of relationship or affair and you want to take it to the next level of marriage, then this would be the right time for you to actually take that step. If your marriage or your relationship was going through a rough patch, differences or difference of opinion and everything, and it's become too bad, then this transit of Jupiter to a seventh house will help you to sort out things on that front, right? So you'll be able to talk to your partner or your spouse, try to identify what are the issues, because the sign of Gemini itself is like all about logical thinking, analysis, and when Jupiter comes here, it actually helps you guys to actually become more intelligent, become more analytic and logical. So you will be discussing what are the pain points or what are the points on which you guys are not agreeing upon, or what are the things which are irritating, and then you will be able to speak to each other, communicate well, and come to a very good solution. or if that is very bad for you, I mean the relationship is very bad for you, then probably Jupiter might uh, make you take a decisive step towards it, right? So either ways, it's going to be a very good transit on that front. Now, Jupiter being in the seventh house is also aspecting your third house of new initiatives, right? So if you were planning to start something new, some new line of business, or get into a new stream of work, do something parallelly, do something from home, because Jupiter is also the lord of your fourth house, starting something from home, which can be as simple as consulting, right? Some business from home, some in a very humble way, or starting a YouTube channel or something, you are planning, then this becomes an ideal time. Why? Because Jupiter being the lord of your fourth house has come to the seventh house and is aspecting the third house. So new initiatives, new line of work, is clearly indicated here. Now the efforts you put in, because Jupiter is aspecting the third house, the efforts you put in during this period will be quite intelligent, so you'll be working very intelligently, smart work, like they say, right? So you'll be working very intelligently during this period. Third house also is the house of communication, so all obviously you will be able to communicate very well, right? So people who are into sales and marketing, an excellent period. You will grow in your job profile. You can see a lot of changes happening, in that direction. Now third house also represents publishers. So if you are into writing and publishing, third house represents writing and ninth house represents publishing. So if you are into writing and publishing, this transit is going to help you in that direction, right? Now Jupiter from the seventh house aspects the 11th house of hopes, fulfillment of desires, right? So Jupiter here is going to help you to fulfill your desires, which are quite realistic, right? So if you had some desire to start something new, to purchase a home, you can do that, because Jupiter is a lord of your fourth house and it is aspecting the 11th house of gains. So gains from fourth house is also indicated, right? So if you are planning to purchase property, renovate your home, or purchase any piece of land, right time, right? You can surely go for that. Now 11th house also represents your network circle, so you'll connect with your network circle. Networking would be very good. You'll enjoy time with them. Also you'll connect with people of authority at your workplace. You'll meet with very significant people, and because Jupiter is aspecting the third house and the sign of Gemini is all about communicating, you might get into a role where you will be communicating with people of authority, or people who are at high level in your organization, giving updates, or for strategic planning, for whatever reason, you will be communicating with them. And obviously, like I said, communication would be very good, very precise, to the point, and very intelligent, right? So yes, good transit on that front. Now 11th house also represents gains from your career. So promotion, if your Mahadasha is good, then promotion might be possible during this period, because it's the house of fulfillment of desire. And if you were aspiring for some sort of role, then probably Jupiter transit will surely give you that role in your organization, or you might also change your job. So that's also quite possible, right? Now it is aspecting your Lagna. It will boost confidence in you. As it is Sagittarius ascendant, people are quite optimistic. So Jupiter will actually make you more optimistic. It will make you work on your thought process, make you more positive. Change in personality is also indicated. Change in the personality means becoming more courageous, becoming more bold in a good way, right? So your thought process would be quite optimistic during this period. So overall, it's going to be a very good transit for you, and surely you should utilize that, right? Excellent time for you, Sagittarius ascendant guys, right? So this was my analysis on the transit of Jupiter to the sign of Gemini for Sagittarius ascendant, guys. Yeah? Thank you so much for watching.